Hello everyone, today I will tell you about the 2016 film called Lady Macbeth. A young girl named Catherine is married off to a man much older than her. Before going to bed, a maid named Anna takes care of the girl. Left alone, Catherine waits for her husband, who, upon entering the room, immediately makes it clear that the girl will sit at home all the time and not go anywhere. After Alexander's demand to take off her shirt, Catherine undresses, after which the man turns off the light and goes to bed. In the morning, sitting on the windowsill, the girl looks out the window, so the first day of her new life flies by. A day later, the next morning, Anna comes to Catherine's room to open the shutters on the windows. Catherine is very sad from such a grey, boring life. For the girl's entertainment, only a window with a view of nature, as well as a fireplace, looking at which Catherine constantly falls asleep. The girl quickly gets tired of this lifestyle. Without waiting for the end of dinner, Catherine goes to her room, which Boris, Alexander's father, does not like, which he tells Catherine, demanding that the girl not fall asleep and wait for her husband in the bedroom. Anna goes after Catherine, whom Boris orders, to ensure that his request is carried out. After some time, a drunk Alexander appears in the room, demanding that Catherine take off her shirt, sitting next to the fireplace. Turning to face the wall, as her husband demands, Catherine hears the sound of unbuttoning trousers behind her, after which Alexander starts doing manual labor. In the morning, Catherine asked Boris where her husband went. According to the old man, an explosion occurred in one of the mines belonging to the family, where Alexander went. Tomorrow Boris is also leaving for London on business, so the girl will have to be alone in the estate for some time. As soon as the old man leaves the house, Catherine immediately goes outside, breathing fresh air for the first time in a long time. In the morning, Anna and another maid leave the house, and Catherine, as usual, falls asleep in front of the fireplace, but wakes up from outside. Leaving the house, the girl hears voices in one of the buildings. Entering inside, Catherine finds the farm workers Anna wrapped in a sheet, hanging in the middle of the room. Sebastian, pointing at Anna, says that they are weighing pigs. Catherine orders the girl to be released, after which she says that since they spent Alexander's time and money on this entertainment, the girl will now look after them. Returning to the house, Catherine learns the name of the impudent worker who just recently came to them. The girl goes for a walk in the morning, meeting Sebastian again. Catherine ignores his words about the house being on the other side, smiling coquettishly. As night falls, the girl hears a knock on the door. Opening it slightly, Catherine finds Sebastian, who says that he is dying of boredom. The girl tries to close the door, but the guy gets into her room. Having cornered Catherine, Sebastian tries to kiss her, but the girl pushes the guy away, after which she herself pounces on him with kisses, yearning for male flesh. This is the first morning in this house when the girl woke up happy. From that day on, they constantly meet furtively with Sebastian, satisfying their needs. While picking mushrooms early in the morning, Anna meets Sebastian walking his dogs. The girl hints that his secret meetings with the mistress may end badly, but in response she only receives threats. As night falls, Sebastian comes to Catherine again, which the maid sees through the keyhole. In the morning, Tana enters Catherine's room. Opening the doors, she informs that Lester SR has returned from a trip to London. At dinner, Boris asks Tana to bring him champagne, which Catherine drank in the absence of men. Without revealing her mistress, the maid is humiliated by Lester SR, who forces the girl to get on all fours, like an animal. Having learned of Catherine's betrayal, Boris goes to the barn, where he beats Sebastian, after which he orders him to be locked up. Having learned of this, Catherine demands that the old man release the worker, for which she receives a slap from Lester. Their next quarrel ends with Boris going to his room, and Catherine props the door with a chair. After this, the girl asks Tana to sit next to her, since she does not like to dine alone, beginning to ask the maid about her family. Boris starts knocking on the door, saying that he is ill, but Catherine orders Tana to sit and not open the door. As soon as the screams and knocks subside, Catherine sends the maid for a doctor. She herself runs to the barn, where Sebastian is locked. The doctor who arrives can only confirm the death of Lester SR. After some time, Catherine receives a letter from Alexander, who cannot come to his father's funeral. The girl is sure that Alexander hated his father. That's the whole reason. After burying Lester SR, Catherine almost openly begins to date the guy. The maids discuss the death of the master, for which Anna blames herself, since that day Boris ate mushrooms that he collected. the girl, because of which Anna lost the power of speech. Catherine tells Sebastian about this, assuring that the maid will not be able to tell the master anything because of her illness. The girl confesses her love to the guy, saying that while she is alive, she will never part with him. She will follow him anywhere, even to the next world. One night, Catherine wakes up from the noise. Looking out the window, the girl notices Alexander's horse from below. Having woken Sebastian, Catherine sends him to the hill. She herself begins to wait for her husband, telling him that she woke up from the sounds of the horse. Looking at Catherine, Alexander notices that she has noticeably rounded out, not like before his departure. The girl goes for tea while drinking, which Alexander admits that rumors about the girl's infidelities have reached him, for which he threatens to throw Sebastian out. Since Alexander knows everything, Catherine goes to the hill for the guy, whom she puts on the bed. After taking off his pants, Catherine climbs on Sebastian in front of Alexander. Enraged, Lester beats the girl, after which he begins to fight with Sebastian, but Catherine, grabbing a shovel, kills her husband, whose lifeless body Sebastian buries in the forest. To hide the traces of Alexander's return, Catherine takes her husband's horse into the forest, where she kills the animal. Since then, Sebastian has been plagued by insomnia, but Catherine claims that Alexander himself wanted to kill the boy, but they got ahead of him. Now they have the right to live a happy life, which a few days later is disrupted by a woman named Agnes. She brings a boy named Teddy to Catherine's house, informing that he is the son of Lester Jr., heir, who met with Teddy's mother, which Catherine cannot believe, however. There are official documents testifying to this. Sebastian believes that the woman is lying about Teddy, since only his hand could have gotten pregnant from Alexander. With the boy in the house, Sebastian refuses to meet with Catherine. If they are spotted, the boy will have to leave, so while Teddy is here, Catherine will have to forget about meetings. Watching the servant boy playing in the morning, Catherine notices Sebastian walking with Santa. The girl runs out into the street, where Teddy starts pestering her, whom Catherine pushes away because of this. The boy runs away in tears. Without Sebastian's shouts reaching her, Catherine returns to her room, where the maid later comes, announcing that they cannot find Teddy. They all go looking for the boy, whom Sebastian finds at the waterfall. Looking at the boy and the turbulent river, a sinister plan matures in the boy's head, but his conscience still gets the better of him. Sebastian brings Teddy into the house, where Agnes begins to scold him for asking the boy to bring the boy a blanket, as he was very cold. Unwilling to endure humiliation, Sebastian is about to leave the estate, telling Catherine about the perfect opportunity to cut out the Lester heir, which he did not take advantage of, but Catherine asks him to wait. Entering the room where Agnes is on duty at Teddy's bed, Catherine persuades the woman to sleep, and she will keep an eye on the boy. When Agnes leaves, Catherine lets Sebastian into the room through the window, with whom they get rid of the little heir. Seth is next to Teddy. Catherine waits for dawn until Anna appears in the room. At the same time, feeling guilty, Sebastian cries over the grave of Alexander Lester, after which he rushes to the estate, where Catherine deceives the doctor that she fell asleep. When she woke up, Teddy was already dead. Pointing to the boy's fresh tits, the doctor asked Catherine if someone could have entered the room while the girl was sleeping. At this moment, Sebastian runs in, confessing to the crime he committed, betraying this and Catherine, telling the doctor and the detective about the murders of Alexander and Boris Lester, whom Catherine poisoned with mushrooms. The girl denies it, saying that Anna always picked the mushrooms, and Sebastian went to the forest with the maid every morning. It is possible that Anna poisoned Lester Sr. After all, the day before the old man had severely beaten Sebastian and locked him in the barn. Anna can refute if this is not so, but the maid lost her power of speech after the death of Boris Lester, and there is nothing to confirm or deny. Can't, which is why Anna and Sebastian are sent to hard labor, after which the rest of the servants leave the estate, leaving pregnant Catherine alone in the house. This is where the film ends. Thanks for watching and see you on the channel.